everybody, welcome to WakeUpToLife.tv with Kelsey
and Karen. Welcome back. As you know, Kelsey and I, we have created this show because we talk about everything, every topic under the sun, because we're here to assist you and empower you in your life. As you know, we go through ups and downs in our lives, and so we're here to just remind you to get back on track and to live the life that you're meant to be living.
Yes.
So today's show, we're going to be talking about happiness. I know it sounds cliche, but really there is a way to bring happiness into your life, and we all know, well, we could mentally know this, that happiness comes from within ourselves.
Yes.
But really, how do we really connect to that inner happiness? Because, you know, we go through so much transition in our life, and really it can be a challenge.
Oh yeah, especially when things are not really happy.
Yeah. You know, I have gone through transition in my life, and I know if we have a dream and we have an expectation and all of a sudden it's just, you know, wiped away or that bubble's popped, all of a sudden it can just take us spiraling down and we go, what the frick is going on? My life is not working out the way I want it to, and we can feel out of control. So how do we tap into that inner happiness guru that lives inside of us all?
Yeah. Well, one of the things, like, what I was just hearing, and, like, you know, we create this bubble, right? And it gets popped. So just to kind of decode it a little bit, you know, like, a lot of the times we have a dream, right? Which is our bubble. It's something that we are looking forward to. We're creating it. We're going to live into it. Like, it's going to happen, right? But then all of a sudden something happens and it's not in alignment with what we want. And right away, we can make a choice. We can make that oh, well, because that happened, I'm not going to get that.
Yes.
And there could be an attachment to having that exactly as it is. It's got to be that way. Otherwise, I'm not going to be happy.
Yes.
So the attachment can be the kind of a kiss of death. You know, when you want something so badly and you're attached to it, and then if that thing doesn't happen, it doesn't manifest, of course you're going to be upset. But when there's this, so one of the great things to do is, instead of attaching it to something that it has to look a certain way, we'll look at it in a realm of, like, what would that thing be like for you? Like, what experience would you have inside you that you think that thing would give you? So, for example, it's like, I want this amazing car, it's for sale, it's the right color and all this, and I need it, and all of a sudden you find out it's sold. And it's like, but it's not the car. It's not the car you want. It's the experience of you in the car, owning the car, having a... What does that car mean to you? What are you making it mean about you? All of that is actually what you really want. Exactly. Not the car.
Yes.
So it's really just because we are so fixated on the material world and just wanting and, you know, all these things that it really is a different way to look at life. It's like, what would it provide for me? And once you create that that's actually what you want, it's not the car, you'd be surprised how you can get it in ways that don't require a car. It could be just with a conversation with a friend, and you just all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy, and whatever. So that's one thing, is just like really just non-attachment, practicing non-attachment, and then literally letting go and just, you know, what the experience that you want for yourself inside.
I love the point that you made about how we are living into our dream. That's beautiful. Yeah. I think that it's so true that we're all living into whatever we want to experience in our life. And further to the point that you're talking about is, you know, if we don't get that car or we don't get that thing, you know, we feel like we've failed, don't we?
You can make it mean a lot of things. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve it.
Accomplishing anything.
And it's always negative about us, ourselves.
Yes.
And one thing too is it could be that we've actually already had those thoughts about ourselves already. It's just that it's the experience of having that happen. It's like it almost like you make it validate you. Yes. You make it validate those thoughts. When in actuality, all that happened was you didn't get the car.
Yes.
You know, but heaven forbid we actually think we might get another one like it, or, you know, something better is out there, like, right? But because what we're really stuck on is what we're making it mean about ourselves. Yes. Oh my God, I failed. I'm a failure. Blah, 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 and you just spiral down into this void of blah. And that's where when you really look, you're not happy. That's where that is not where happiness lies. But if there's this practice of non-attachment,
Yes,
right?
that's huge.
Yeah, it's just like, that to me is where the divine is, right? It's really there's always a reason for everything, and when you're in the flow of it, and it's like if you didn't get the car, you were not meant to get the car.
Yes.
There is something else for you. You are on a different path. You have something else bigger going on. You're not meant to be sucked into that car because there's something else going on. And when we live there, we have the experience of happiness.
Yes. And I'm going to share something amazing that happened to me lately. Dan and I, we were living downtown Calgary. So we were a one-car couple. And so then we moved out to the suburbia part of southwest of Calgary. And so it was kind of challenging for us just to have this one vehicle. And my girlfriend, her boyfriend is just buying her a Porsche. Very nice. So she has given me her SUV.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And she's given it to me until I get my own, my vehicle of choice.
Yeah.
But that possibility is out there, like Kelsey mentioned. You just don't get caught up in the one way something has to show up in your life.
Because I can imagine there's a part that's like, you know what, no, having two cars is not feasible. Heck, gas prices these days,
Exactly.
So there's so many reasons not to. And it's like, oh, we have to have another payment, and oh, do we want that? And all those. So it's like,
struggle.
Yeah. So it's like, and then all of a sudden you open yourself up. And then what gets created is something you never even thought would be possible.
Exactly.
Like, how would you know that your friend is going to get a Porsche? But by holding on to it's okay. There's non-attachment. It doesn't have to look as no, I have to have my own car.
Yes,
No.
exactly.
You were open, and that's what you got. You created that. You created that space for that to show up for you.
It's putting the intention out there, and yes, just opening yourself up and being in that energy of flow and open to receiving in your life. And for me too, in regards to creating that opening up to happiness within your heart and living life from an open heart is always remember when we're in that negative self-talk, about lack of consciousness and scarcity, exactly right. Well, always remember too that you have the observer self within you, the self that is eternally happy, that is in all knowingness, that you are connected to the universe and things are good. It's there. And for me, if I see myself and recognize that I'm in a lower state, I immediately state it out loud. I say, Karen, you're having a great day and things are working out for you, and I just change my state in that moment. And you have the power to change your state just by expressing words out loud. You can be in your vehicle, and just wherever you are.
Okay, this is how it is because I say so. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, one of the common things that's out there, many books are talking about, is the whole be, do, and have. Right, and so that's really great to illustrate because a lot of the times we live in a society where we're fixated on what we want. We want to have. We want to have it, right? And then so I want to have a big house. So what do I have to do to have the big house? So, or success would be a good one too. Like I want success, and I have to do all this so I can be successful. Yeah. So we have it backwards, and so one great thing to look at is it always comes from being, which is an inner word, right? So being. So if I am being successful, what will naturally start to happen is actions. The world will open up, or else then actions will be calling me. I'll be like, I'll be inspired to just get up and make a phone call, or, I'll be called to be doing things. So that's the doing, and it will be natural. And then that is the realm of from formless to form. Formless comes into form, and then now we will start to have that. And so we don't know what the have is going to look like. And that's where the openness happens, is when you are being as you wish to be, you're being that now, the world, the universe, will create abundance that you just don't even know what is possible.
So exciting.
It is so amazing. And to come from that world instead of fixated on I have to have it like that, there's a whole new experience. The world opens up in ways that you just can't even imagine. And it's like, wow, I couldn't have thought of that one on my own. And that is the gift, and that space is where happiness lies.
Give yourself the gift of happiness every day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, everyone, just really, we are here to share what we share, our message with you. Take what works for you and throw away the rest. Again, we're going to be here next weekend, so lots of love to all of you. Namaste.